Welcome to the epilogue of the Dream Daddies. When you last heard from our heroes, they were under the moniker of the Charm Squad, but so much has changed, dear listener. Who was once our courageous rogue, Hans von Panzer, is now a formidable dark stalker with the Drow priestess heads to prove his ferocity. One sneak attack, and you're toast. Who was once our timid warlock, Cade Valvenom, is now our grown egg boy, wielding and controlling his grasp over death, while getting in some smooches with his husband Oz. And who was once our lovable ranger, Charlie Bloodstarved, is now our feared half-vampire blood hunter, with enough firepower and damage dice to steal that final blow from his friend Hans. But, of course, we couldn't have done it without our incredible DM, who challenged us and let us partly destroy and rebuild his meticulously crafted world and unforgettable NPCs. A cheers to Kyle! Let's sit back, crack open a cold one, and enjoy this last memory together of us sitting in Cade's place in Japan, and look forward to see what the next adventure holds in store.
Nat 1. That's just how we roll.
I just got intimidated.
Yeah, it feels weird.
Yeah, we haven't recorded in a long time.
It's all in the house. Recording.
Yeah.
Well, I figured after the last session you guys would... Everyone kind of like regroup and then go your separate ways eventually.
I guess so.
So,
Yeah.
this is best read in order,
Okay.
saving the last page for last.
Damn.
Are we gonna
Okay.
go around like in grade school? Where
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
can read a paragraph?
Alright.
Paragraph or chapter, I guess.
Chapter, damn.
There would always be that one kid who they would like, this is the, but because it's the end of the line, they would go, the deal that was struck between Fana and Big Levon in the heat of the battle has been honored. Use it later.
Oh no! Please don't read
just-
it like that. Please don't.
Use
Dude,
the periods.
I
You know
wouldn't-
those kids?
Yes.
I wasn't homeschooled, so I don't know what you
Savage.
Damn. Roasted.
I'm just reading aloud to myself in my
It's
basement.
too early in the day for roasting people.
Yeah. I was homeschooled. Who wants to start?
I don't.
Will you read too?
If you want me to.
It's okay.
I figured I might read some parts because there's voices.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
If you want to do the voices.
The truce.
There we go.
The truce.
The walls of Tau have been torn down. Oh, we paid for those. As have the black gates of New Hirane. The deal that was struck between Fane and Big Levon in the heat of battle has been honored, ushering a lasting yet uneasy peace throughout the land. So-called monster wards have sprung up in all the towns and cities, and while their inhabitants are treated with wary unease, they are slowly becoming more and more accepted.
Nice.
Hashtag the Dark Elves in Windhelm.
Mm.
That's a fair analogy, yeah.
Another event that helped relations is the founding of New Ormkirk.
Oh.
A splinter group of monsters struck out for the abandoned mining town, eager to kickstart the ore production again. With a renewed supply that caused prices to plummet, everyone from the common soldier and blacksmith to jewelers and nobility praised the entrepreneurial undead.
Oh.
Fane continues to run New Hirane from his cavernous mansion, which he rarely leaves.
Smart.
His brides have not been seen since the cataclysm that took Aquarian and there are courtyard whispers of betrayal and intrigue that made the vampire lord exile his beloved thralls. Big Levant has restructured his militia. Now they work in conjunction with the Night Watch, New Hirane's answer to the witch hunters, to root out thieves and bandits throughout the land, dead or alive.
Alive or undead?
Alive or undead.
Damn.
So, the brides, they're dead.
All of his...
Because the vampire that created them is dead.
Oh shit.
So anyone that was thralled by Fane is dead.
Anyone,
It would be more than just his brides,
not
right?
so not. I forget what what 5e does. Like, there's vampire thrall, and then there's just like thrall, someone who's charmed. Anyone that was turned into a vampire by Fane is dead.
That would be so suspicious.
Having said that, pretty much those who were turned into vampires were his brides. Rest in peace, Bardrin.
Again.
I think
Alright.
this time there's no
Times two.
there's no coming back from this one though. Some of the brides, that's about it. So Dr. Sleep took care of it.
Bardrin dies at the end of every
I was just
campaign.
gonna say, I was like, wait a second, there's some parallels here.
The campaign can't end until Bardrin dies. Alright, I'll read the next.
All subsequent campaigns, you've got like new players playing, and then you just introduce Bardrin in like the last battle and dies.
Or it's just
What was that?
just like remains or something like that. You see like this skull that gets crushed accidentally, and like that was Bardrin's skull. All right, campaign's over with.
And then the next incarnation is a bard who's named Ren.
This is canon now.
Ooh, dies.
Yeah.
I like the Night Watch. It's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm guessing it's both undead and
Then the
witch
final
hunters,
previous
previous
takes
witch
place.
hunters working together with.
The final battle takes place in a bar named Dren.
God damn it.
It gets destroyed.
It's the drinking den. That's the short name. Dren.
It gets destroyed.
Just burned to the ground.
Burned to the ground, yeah.
There are no monsters or undead for the witch hunters.
Also, it's just witch hunters.
So the witch hunters are just witch hunter. Like, the blood transfusion would not work with full-fledged Dhampir. It's tough for you, but I think you got to make a Constitution check for that. Undead monsters, no. So they made their own.
Splinter cell.
They made their own group. They're the not anti-witch hunter, but
They're the answer.
Parallel
the
rather than
parallel witch
anti?
hunters.
parallel. There we go. That's where.
The answer.
Alright. Okay. Baba Yaga. After helping Shadowfen evacuate, Baba Yaga took Adia under her wing, teaching the young bard witchcraft. With the help of her new protege, she roams the land, searching for young women shunned and abused by society. She teaches them the old ways, herbalism, astrology, and magic, with a dash of baking thrown in. There are whispers among the villages of the land that on moonlit nights, you can almost catch a glimpse of her chicken house as it strides across the moors.
That's cute. What happened to Franz?
What indeed?
Okay.
We're in.
Okay. Is
we're
it me?
in the thick of it. Oh. Do you want to read it or do you want to just do voices?
It's up to you guys.
I like your voice, Colin.
Yeah. We need to hear your melodious tones.
I tell you what. I'll start with the one after opening night. So I'd like if Allie, if you would like to do the village.
Sure. The village. With the tragic death of their leader, the village of werebeasts that Brody founded quickly descended into tribalism. Factions were formed, largely among the lines of were-creature type. Bears were pitted against cats. Boars were pitted against rats. That seems unfair. The infighting eventually led to the founding of several small enclaves scattered around the forest, turning everything east of Ivywood into a dangerous place for any creature to roam. Even the unicorns, once good friends, were pushed to the furthest deeps of the forest, where no one has seen them since. Probably good for them to not be seen by certain people.
That's got time. Lots of time.
Oh, opening night.
Y'all can just read that one. I copy pasted a lot of it.
Oh, okay.
Maria enters the balcony stage left. She holds a bouquet of roses. Music begins. Maria. Oh, my hero. So far away now. Will I ever see her smile?
You gotta sing. I'm
How
not.
does
You
this
don't
go?
have to. Please don't.
Don't make me sing.
Don't make me sing.
What song is this?
That is actually the opera song from Final Fantasy VI.
Oh, okay. I don't know that.
Love goes away like night into day. It's just a fading dream. I'm the darkness. You're the stars. Our love is brighter than the sun. For eternity, for me, there can be only you, my chosen one. Must I forget you? Our solemn promise. Will autumn take the place of spring? What shall I do? I'm lost without you. Speak to me once more.
Aww.
Maria throws the roses off the balcony. Below, Draco enters. An opera mask covers half of his face. He catches the roses, picks one out and smells it. He proceeds to climb the trellis to the balcony. That must be the storm coming in. Where he embraces Maria in a long, passionate kiss.
Damn, it was getting sunny for a while. I was hoping
It was raining like a motherfucker in Tano.
Really?
Yeah. I'm worried.
So,
Is that the name of the Phantom?
that's the name of the character,
Draco.
but it is the Phantom.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, during the battle, he had half his face just scarred.
Yes. Now he's really the Phantom of the opera.
Now he's getting that kiss.
Yeah.
Good for him.
What happened with Maria? She was like super rude when we met her.
Yeah, she's kind of a bitch, but hey, what can you do?
You want to read this one?
So, I am the man with no name.
That's the Skittles.
Sound the alarm, Skittles! I saw another kraken. That was a sea turtle, Captain. And it's pronounced kraken. Nevertheless, sound the alarm. I want to keep the men on their toes. Cap Flanagan peers out over the crystal blue waters. They're heading back to Tortuga, there we go. The pirate haven that he founded a few months back. With a little luck and a lot of charisma, it just might be the best pirate cove in the world.
Oh, that's good.
Cool.
I want to watch that movie now. Alright. Building upon an empire. Jambi. Is that wrong?
It's not Impresario's voice.
Jambi!
There
I
we
messed
go.
up again!
Impresario was all in a fluster.
I added too many cashews to the new ice cream flavor that we were making.
Jambi walked over to the blubbering apprentice and helped himself to a spoonful. Oh, damn! This is good! Actually better than what he had come up with. Maybe he can make something out of Impresario yet.
You're now Jambi's voice, I like that.
Oh, damn! That's...
Yep,
Oh.
done.
I like it! The ice cream entrepreneur exclaimed. But what shall we call it? Every nut the man
Just wait.
was in this ice cream. But it was the proportions that made the flavor profile stand out. And Impresario found it.
How about nuts in your mouth?
Impresario suggested cheerfully. You're fired. Teleports behind you. Nuts in your mouth.
Oh my god. I tell you what.
I'll tell you
I tell you what.
God damn it, Bobby.
Frank Skrill shouted at his assistant for the 5th time this hour. The halfling was bungling things up again. This time, he almost dropped Frank's newly acquired painting of the 3 biggest heroes in the land. And if telling people that the Charm Squad frequented his shop doesn't drum up sales, then he might as well pack it up for good. It's a curious thing, though, how he got that painting. It was simply left in brown canvas wrapping, leaning against the door of his shop at opening time. But Frank wasn't about to look a gift horse in the mouth. Although there's something unsettling about that painting. It's just so lifelike. And every now and then, if Frank catches the painting at just the right angle, out of the corner of his eye, he could swear that he sees a tall, shadowy figure skulking in the blurry background. But, of course, that's just his imagination.
Oh, shit. This is just one figure.
This one.
Is it... What's his name? I don't know. But he's in your skin now.
I don't know.
Grok, son of Korg, son of Gork, son of Krog, son of Rog, son of Korg, son of Gok, son of... The chieftain is dead! Long live the chieftain! As Grok looked out over the funeral pyre at his tribesmen,
Fucking funeral. Relax.
a flash of inspiration came to him. No longer would they be content to wandering from place to place.
There we go.
His people needed a nation, a land that would be theirs. A land that would be theirs for generations upon generations. And he was the Knoll to lead them. The vast plains between north of Helmfirth were empty and waiting to be settled. The goblins had been disbanded. He would unite the tribes and claim it all as theirs. And they will defend what's theirs to the death.
Damn.
That's cool. Oh, this one has to be for Kyle.
Shit, hold up.
Should have used a spade.
I should have used a spade. This be their best shine yet. Irving took one more swig and passed it back to his brother. Fergus pinched the jug with his 2 remaining fingers. Who would have thought that Lolth herself would have stepped in to prevent him rescuing his brother and his trident? Oh well, what's done is done. What do you plan to do with that? Fergus tipped his bald head towards the shimmering spear in Irving's right hand. Oh, I've got big plans for this. Irving snatches the jug again and downs the rest. Big plans.
Who's Irving?
His
brother.
brother, the other god. The sea god?
Yes, I think we
Okay.
did mention that.
Ah.
We didn't ever find his trident.
We just fucked out of there.
Yeah. Everything's cool as crystal. Should I read this? Does Gordon have a voice?
I think it was just
He just talks.
Commanding.
yeah.
Hey, maybe Alex should read this.
Are you Myron?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yes.
You think things are going good with us in control? Gordon slumps in his chair.
Yeah, man. Marin takes another long drag. You just gotta let the coolness enter your vertebrae. Here, man. Try some of this crystal chill. Everything's going good here, man.
And everything was going good until the leadership of the new triumvirate, the Crystal City had... Under the leadership of the new triumvirate, Crystal City had entered a new golden age. But malevolent forces elsewhere in the Underdark had taken notice.
Oh, shit.
We're going to pump you up! It was long work. It was tiring work. But Hans and Franz finally whipped their first client into shape. He came into their personal training gym, a fat, off-key goblin whose secret lifelong dream was to be a dancer. And now, he was the most graceful ballet dancer this side of Ivywood. Even the head of the new Leafside Opera House had an interest in banjo. And if H&F training could get a goblin top billing at the Opera House, well, business was liable to get very busy.
Very busy, yeah.
That's something pretty much every campaign I've had a banjo. But banjo don't want to be no mean guy. Banjo want to be a dancer.
Nice.
Every campaign.
Every campaign?
Every campaign I've done.
I'm glad Banjo
He got redemption.
lived to see his dream.
He
in this
disbanded the
campaign.
Goblin Warren to chase his dream of being a dancer.
That Banjo.
How did Banjo died in a cave, right?
He got
No.
In the first one.
No, he wasn't in the cave. It was when you guys attacked those orcs and got your butts kicked.
Oh, really?
Um,
Was he still? He was still with us then?
yeah, he got captured by them and then cannibalized. Because I want to say one of you, I think, threw Banjo at them. Or it was just, that was another goblin used as a meat shield, which
There
we
was,
did
a
at that
goblin,
time.
there was a goblin we were using as a meat shield, yeah.
I think Banjo actually did charge in on himself, and then you just got knocked the fuck out. Because one of those orcs, like...
character prone to using another character as a projectile, it would be
Maximilian von Panzer.
Maximilian.
Who was the goblin that would run in screaming something?
Droop?
Droop! Ooh, was it Droop?
Wait, that might have been Droop.
That might have been Droop.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure Banjo died in the cave.
Banjo died in the cave because we sent him to go talk to other goblins,
That's
and then
right.
it triggered the flood, and then
I forgot
Yeah.
about
Drowned.
Droop.
he
Yep,
drowned.
He did drown.
Yeah,
And
it
then
was
Droop.
Droop.
was the one that got killed by the...
Droop
Droop
got
was
eaten
here.
alive.
Oh.
Droop was here.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, in the cave. In my prologue.
yeah.
I'll do this one.
Okay.
One is the loneliest number. The last customer threw a tip on the table and left, leaving Bennigan alone in his spacious tavern. Sighing, he cleaned out the same glass for the third time in a row. His eye kept roving to where the 3 paintings of his friends hung over the hearth. How could such good people meet such horrible fates? Vidali, run through by an ice demon. T-Pain, consumed by a lich. And Blind Pierre. What exactly happened to BP? He went to fight against the Kraken as well, but then... Hello? Is anyone in there? I am cold and wet and lost. Finnegan rushes to the door to find a shivering and legless Blind Pierre. Blind Pierre, but how? Finnegan, is that you? During the fight, Charlie told me to keep with the crawling. So I did. Suddenly the big wave came and sent me tumbling. When it receded, I kept with the crawling only to stop and sleep. Or eat wild mushrooms. Somehow I got here. Finnegan hurriedly ushered his friend inside, tears streaming down his face. Suddenly the world was a little less lonely.
Oh.
There's no way I could kill Blind Pierre.
Yeah.
I knew he'd make it.
I remember that.
Charlie, you're so inspirational.
And then Cade moved him to
One turn.
I was like, wait, we forgot to move Von Pierre.
You're gonna make it.
Alright, who wants to read the university? I got voices, but...
Okay. The University of the Arcana.
I wonder where that book did go. A bookie. Oh!
A disembodied blue hand lifts up a first edition Volos and puts it back on the shelf. With his classroom now in order, Malthier was ready for the day's first lesson. It was nice to be able to teach again. I lost where I was. It was nice to be able to teach again. The months of constructing the new university in Leafside and recovering what could be recovered from the watery ruins of Aquarian were almost too much to bear. And the fact that he only found half the books and artifacts in the underwater rubble still gnawed at the back of his mind. No time for that now. The first wizards in training were beginning to file in.
Why, hello, students! We have two special guest lecturers today. Please put your mage hands together for Professors Valvenom and Bloodstarved.
You're a professor too? Did you put that in your thing?
You did.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I did too.
Really?
Yep.
I was like, I want Charlie to be a professor.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Alright.
That's
5 feet. That was pretty
secret?
accurate.
I didn't know. I wasn't secret, but
that's cool.
I didn't say it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I just asked to be a TA, but I guess I got a promotion.
Damn. University of Arcana. That's cool. Good for you, Cade.
Good for you, Charlie.
I can get the last one because after that is all you guys.
Oh, okay.
You want to get this next one? Oh yeah, for sure.
Brother H.
Brother H, they laughed at his warnings. They all laughed. And now look at what's happened. Monsters not only wandering the night, but having their own city. And it's not just monsters, oh no. Necromancers and warlocks and sorcerers. Ah, but it's all so clear now. The monsters and undead are just a symptom of a much bigger problem. Magic. And it's up to him to purge the world of this blight. But first he needs a following, and he's not going to find it here. So we wander far and wide for a listening ear, and when he finds those who see the true way, he'll raise an army that will purge Samaria of all impurities, of all magic.
Who is this guy?
You met him once. He was the guy in the tent.
Oh, I wasn't there.
You weren't there.
So that's meta.
Brother H's revival.
During the first drunk D&D?
Brothers and sisters, yes.
The guy that isn't that the guy who did the play the stabbing game?
No,
different.
Different tank?
This was the one that you kind of hid the
cleared
fact
the
that you were a Dhampir from him.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. Damn, I'm gonna kill him.
Alright, so
Alright there, Professor.
the next ones. I tried to keep these vague and short, considering that you guys would probably be writing and shit, and it's your story, so I tried to leave as much out as possible, and if I fucked anything up, just let me know, but go for it.
Charlie Bloodstarved. He called in flavor.
Dude, I read that as flavors too, because I read the first sentence.
Alright, you had your
And
chance, Sid.
I
It's
had
done.
That was in that one.
I had to go back. I did the same thing.
Okay.
It's weird.
There's an L right above from Bloodstarved, so it just gets transposed in there. There you go.
He called in favors from every friend, scored every tomb from Ivywood to New Hirane, and pored over every tome in his uncle's library.
Either works.
I'm not very good at reading. Twice. But now it seems that Charlie has gathered the fundamentals to begin his study of necromancy in earnest.
Ooh.
Hints of dark chocolate with an aftertaste of mint julep. Satyr's blood isn't half bad. Charlie puts the remains of the vial back along with the others on the shelf. He's got quite the collection now, but is still missing some more of the rarer species. He's got time, though. But with the blood he did have, Charlie decided to start a bottling company. The Sepulchre Brewing Company has only really taken off in New Harani, where the various monsters and thralls eat the stuff up like bloody hotcakes. Hopefully, the contract with Big Levant comes through. Surely the witch hunters could find use for at least a few of the blood types. After being saved from the Draco Lich, the Storm Giants were more than happy to help when Charlie approached them with an idea. It took a little longer than expected, and all of Charlie's remaining funds. But Castle Bloodstar was finally completed. It sits on a lonely, frozen mountaintop, its location only known to the Storm Giants who act as its guardians. Nice. With his newfound company picking up steam and a new castle to call home, Charlie can finally relax a bit. But with a bit of necromancy under his belt, he decided to try his hand at teaching. It started with a few students in one class, but soon a whim transformed into a full-fledged school in New Harani. Charlie still teaches part-time at ETA, but his legacy will live on in the rotting minds of the undead and the howling madness of young monsters. Thank you, sir. The little bud's gonna make it. Bloody hotcakes.
Bloody hotcakes.
Hans von Panzer. If, while in your travels, you happen to find yourself between Leafside and Tau, look for a small dirt road going off into the cornfields. Follow that road far enough and you'll come to a small copse of trees. What trees are doing in the middle of a cornfield is anyone's guess, but within those trees you'll find a secret, a quaint cottage. But this is no ordinary cottage, oh no. This is one that has been shrouded by a powerful and mysterious wizard, one who after completing this task wiped his memory of all knowledge of the trees and its residents. This tiny cottage is home to one of the greatest heroes ever to grace Cimmeria, and only one of those who knows the specific steps, the right words, and the proper tribute may find it. Many have looked, but nobody has uncovered it. Nobody, save one. But that's another story altogether.
Cool.
The severed head, already steaming in the midday sun, rolls to Fane's feet. Fane's feet. The vampire lord kicks it away with distaste. The outcome of that fight was never in doubt, although the Black Knight gave Hans more of a challenge than was expected. Just as well, though, Fane thought. The Rock was a bit impetuous while alive. He would have turned out to be trouble in the end anyway. As reward for the duel, he will give Hans his own private quarters in his keep and allow him to act as bodyguard while it suits both of them. He smiles. This looks like the start of a beautiful friendship. Hans crawls out into the burning sands, battered and bruised, and leaving a thin trail of blood behind him. He was only able to grab a handful of gems on his way out. The mummies weren't too difficult. The mummy lord, however. Hans was lucky enough to only be bitten on his left ring finger before the mummy rot took his entire arm. He had to cut off the offending digit. But at least he has all the keys to enter the tomb as he wishes. And he'll be back with friends. Hans takes a step forward, finds himself teleported to the other side of the room. The dagger in his hands tingles with energy. So the legendary dagger Blink Strike is indeed real. And it took no small effort to obtain it. Carefully putting it in the glass case he specially made for it, Hans crosses another name off the list. What's next? Looks like it's Onyx and Blindside. One looks to be deep lost in the Underdark, while the other is in Dr. Sleep's possession. Oh wait, there's one more on the list. Soul Shift. But there's no word on where that one might be, or even what properties it possesses. Hans pauses for a moment, then snaps his fingers. He knows just who to ask. Ah. Would this be your voice?
You want me to read? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey? What was that? Yeah, I heard of him. Goes by many names. People in New Harani call him Death Daddy. Down near Fort Kelly, he's known as Citizen Snips. In Ivywood, he's called Mr. Grumbles. People mostly call him Death's Shadow, though. Some people call him a menace. Me? He's a godsend. Takes care of the powerful blokes that no one else has the balls to. Remember that one noble in Leafside? The one everyone thought was such a saint? Well, I hear he was into the slave trade. Yeah. This Death Shadow's going to make some waves here. You mark my words.
Oh, it's my full name.
Citizen Snips.
Sorry about the finger, but the Constitution roll, and I figured...
It's fine.
He's not gonna get married. That's perfect. His left ring finger, are you kidding?
I figured it would have to kind of go along with MVP, though.
If I ever need a ring finger, I can probably get one.
And technically you can magic it back, so...
Technically. Oh, it's my full name. I was like, who's that? It's me.
This is NPC.
It's me. Locadius. Cade Valvenom. With help... With the help of Malfier, Cade and Oz went on a planar honeymoon. Using the city of Brass as their hub, they visited all the wondrous sights throughout the different planes. They saw the spherical waterfalls on the Plane of Water, the Flame Aurora at the edge of the Plane of Fire, and the Firefly migration in the Feywilds, and went cloud racing on the Plane of Air. It was truly magical. However, only upon returning home did Cade discover that someone in the city of Brass had nicked one of his belongings, a single purple key. Oh shit. Are you sure this is the unbreakable spire? Oz cocks an eyebrow at the giant mushroom towering over them. It says so right here on this map, Cade replies. That's a dinner mat from Sorry. That's a dinner mat from a restaurant. You're holding upside down. House chuckles. Sorry.
That investigation check, though.
Did I roll a nat one on that?
You rolled like a 3.
Okay. How about we just go home? Yeah, I guess you're right. Meanwhile, a dragon stirs in its slumber. After helping Malfier found the new university in Leafside, Cade went on to study under the mighty wizard. With Oz helping him with his homework, Cade became quite adept in the schools of transmutation and conjuration. While the magical items Cade creates are nothing compared to Oz's, every once in a while he gives the forged cleric a run for his money. And with their powers combined, they opened up a magical item shop in the Underdark. K.O. Arcane and Armory became a big hit, drawing crowds from both below and above the surface. After a while, they had enough saved up to start a family. Up, up! Pudgy hands grab the air. Cade deftly picks up his child and places them on his shoulder. The child leans closer with a twinkle in their eye, says, I got a secret. Oh? Cade smiles. And what secret is that? The child leans in close and whispers in Cade's ear, something that I can't read. Oh, shit.
It's not the same alphabet.
No, I don't recognize that alphabet.
No, you don't.
I have a serious question about this. Was this kid born from an egg?
I'm not the person to ask. That's why I kept it incredibly vague on that. Because Al has ideas.
What are you professor of? What's Cade a professor of? You see him teaching? Or as a TA, what kind of subject is he?
I don't know. Pack making 101.
Dark arts. Pack making 101. So first you're gonna want to pick an old lord or an old god who will eat your soul.
Yeah.
Here's a list.
I can't
Benny.
read this.
Benny, which one would you like? Take the tentacles one. Sorry, he's taken.
I think it would be kind of a general arcana.
Probably.
Lore. Magical lore, definitely.
Probably, yeah. The big reader.
That's really cool.
So yeah, sorry. One of your kids has to have that.
Okay.
That's your failed madness journey.
Citizen
Shit.
Snips. So what did I do? Like,
Cut their head off.
Oh my god.
What are these daggers? Are these like
You're just
different weapons?
collecting daggers?
I heard about blink strike.
yeah.
Hans
Are these
is
real things?
collecting magical... Yes, they are, as far as I'm concerned now.
Okay.
That wasn't me. I was just like...
You were making up.
Originally, no.
Okay.
Originally, no. They're not from the book, but
Mhm.
they are real now.
All right.
So yeah, no. He found one. Dr. Sleep does have the other still. The one that you saw during the fireside thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then... The hell's the other one?
Onyx.
Yeah, that one.
What's that one?
It casts silence on the wielder.
Oh, okay. Then you can go and stab casters, and if it's got a verbal component, they can't cast.
What was the one with the 3 charges per day? 3 charges?
That's Blink Strike.
That's right, strike.
So it's basically 3 charges of Misty Step and
Got it,
1
got it.
recharge per day.
Which is a good balance, I
So
think. I actually like that.
That's very
I
good.
thought it was pretty balanced.
I think if it was all 3 recharge a day, it'd be like, but you really got to think about it. So, and then Soul Shift, which
That's Kyle's invention.
oh yes, that's gonna be fun.
Interesting.
So
So we're gonna reunite to go in that tomb?
I collected all the shit.
Sounds good to me. I mean,
Do you remember the mummy wall?
Yeah.
Had a bunch of slots.
Yeah.
you had the ring.
Yeah.
There was a necklace. There was, I want to say 1 or 2 more things.
I want to say there was a gauntlet.
Might have been.
I think it was a bracelet.
That was literally
Yeah.
over a year ago. So
Yes.
what about the bow, the shield thing, the destroy your weapons? I think
I think at this point
Aurora's bow, wasn't it?
it hurts. It was part of it. The last piece is lost now. It's lost. So there's no... Don't even bother looking for it. You wouldn't want to anyways. Because when you combined all 3 together... So you had that. You had the bow kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had... Not to scale. And then you had the rope, the string. It's a harp.
Oh.
This would go. Boop, boop,
Oh, is
boop,
that one of
boop,
the? Is that one of the musical instruments that destroys the world?
That is the musical instrument that
All
destroys
right.
the world.
We read about it in the little book of lore that
I
I had.
remember that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
Cool.
you had a couple of chances of getting the string. The hag had it,
Oh.
and you found it in the Underdark once.
We did?
But it was kind of it's not like you find a magical string that'll bring about the apocalypse. It's just like it's a piece of magical rope. You have no idea. if
Was that
it's-
the thing that Adia almost had?
Yes.
Got it. In the trading
So,
tower.
Fate of the World
I
was
remember.
kind of in
Yeah.
her hands at that point. I know.
God, the last hands you want to have the fate of the world in.
So yeah, but no, it would have formed a harp, which would have automatically played. You didn't even have to pluck a string; it just would have been like do 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 do. And that could have happened even when you were level 10.
Shit.
It would have been very interesting to see what
That
happened.
would have been very bad.
What would have happened?
My intention was to summon a Tarask.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
What is it?
That's the hardest monster to beat or
it's
something.
basically take that Kraken and multiply it by 2.
That was a hard fight. That was a long fight.
The reflection, the spell reflection, doesn't go away on the Tarask. It has
Ouch.
5 attacks. It would, even at level 20, it can one-shot each and every one of you. Easily.
Alright.
It's one of those things where
Challenge stuff.
you really need to bring your A game for it. And if you
I
fuck
mean-
up, then you're dead.
Shit.
That's it. It's meant to be that hard. It's a level 30 monster.
Oh my god.
So if you summoned it pretty much at any other level besides 20, it would have killed everything.
But even a party of 3 PCs at level 20?
Nope.
No. You need like 6.
5 or 6 tops, or minimum.
Kitty. Oz would have had to beef up for the fight. We wouldn't have let him go in.
Not level 15, no. There's no way.
Oh yeah,
So
that
good
would have been.
slap,
Be like-
buddy.
I know I asked you to come with, but can you please stay home?
Holy Aura's useful as shit. Though. God damn.
Yeah, but it's a concentration spell.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just need Warcaster. It would have been so much more effective.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be a warcaster though. That's
There's
the
no
thing.
way. He's like homeboy.
He's a homeboy. So yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that needs to be tied up.
He has that. What's that? Cuisine.
Gourmand.
Gourmand.
The cooking feat.
Oh yeah.
Take that feat.
Is there anything else? I don't have a new map. But
Who found my house?
remember that question I asked you? There you
go. That's cute.
I figured it would have to be somebody kind of on your level in terms of certain things. You know what I'm saying? So.
Who?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's up to him to tell you, but
Okay.
it is another story.
I can't believe I lost my key.
Who would take
That's
it?
your like original one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the amethyst
triangle
purple
one?
key. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got nicked.
By who? That's dangerous.
That's a good question. Should probably find out.
I guess so. Hopefully I do better on that investigation.
I decided to sprinkle some hooks throughout this.
Yeah. No, that's super cool. My key, though. Did someone cast, what is that? Remove curse on me? Because I can't actually not have that key. It's my lucky item.
It would have been probably a little bit rough for you at first, but I think Oz probably would actually be able to, as a cleric.
Why are you sucking at everything? Well,
You just like you're crying in the bedroom, just hugging a pillow for like a week
why
straight.
can't I do anything?
Until
Your
Oz
key's
finally
missing.
figures out, it's like, let's
Oh.
just try remove curse on you for a second.
Oh, I
You know?
feel great now.
Speaking of which, shit, I forgot to write it down. Malfier, one of the first things he does is gets the goddamn magic out of your dagger.
Nice.
Thank God.
What it does, though, it does two things. The voice goes away, if you wish to. We talked about this. And it splits the dagger back up again.
Oh.
So he removed every bit of magic. So now you have, what's the ice one again?
Ice Fang.
Ice Fang and
Fire
Fire
Fang.
Daddy.
Fire Daddy.
So basically, the magic's gone from both of them, but the appearance has not. This still looks like a dagger made out of ice. This still looks like flame incarnate. So you got the appearance of it, but they're just cool looking daggers at this point. Which might be an impetus for why you're searching for other magical
I
daggers.
need new daggers. Better daggers.
Anything else I'm missing here? No, that's about it.
Would Dr. Sleep be willing to give Charlie Fane's Morgul the thirst quencher?
You would get that when he dies, which would be probably another 50 years.
I can wait.
Apparently, doppelgangers, when they're born, because they're like a weird half-breed kind of thing, they age like their birth mother species
Okay.
until they hit adolescence, and then it's pure doppelganger, and they last for about a century. Then done.
Damn. How old was he when we started this?
He's got about another 50 years on him.
I just kept thinking about how much of a blood-starved play it was to have your last saving roll be at Nat 1. Like, fucking blood-starved through and through.
It's fitting, though.
Yeah.
But you would get his armor. Oh, yeah. Which is nothing special about it. I think it's just awesome.
Accelerate this process a little faster.
You would get his sword, and you wouldn't get the mansion
Or not.
because you wouldn't be in charge of the city when he dies.
It's true.
Consider it a presidential palace of sorts. It would go to whoever's going to be running the city next.
The Blood House.
You got your own castle.
That's so cool.
Bloodstarved
What's it look like?
Manor in the mountains would go to you.
Okay. Cool.
That
When he
would-
dies?
When he dies. That's going to be interesting. Because he's not technically going to die. Vampires don't die.
Right.
So if
He would
Vane
have
just
to
like
leave.
literally keeled over one day, they're going to be like, oh, this is a thing, and then you're going to have Civil War on your hands.
Yeah.
Easily. So, Dr. Sleep has got contingency plans A, B, and C worked out already for that.
He's a smart guy.
He is.
He's a mastermind.
But basically, when he does literally die, you're going to get the mansion. He's probably going to transfer power over to you, slowly and surely. And be like, I'm off for other adventures.
I'm done being
Go
a
off and
vampire
die.
lord. I'm vampire bored.
Which
Sorry.
no one really talks about. Like, would be boring as shit to be a vampire.
After a while,
Especially in politics, like,
I
goddamn.
wonder.
this is fucking tedious. I want to.
Can you now? I'm just imagining like a whole story of just like vampire politics. Like,
They're just
it's
sitting
like,
around
another
like,
budget meeting for the 500th time in my life.
ugh, about another budget meeting.
Fucking tedious. I like that.
Oh, what else? That's about it. I think all the characters have been covered for the most part.
Cool. Does Charlie just like live on forever?
Yep.
He's eternal.
We're gonna have to figure out something about that though.
He's not eternal?
What?
Hmm.
Hold up. I don't think Dompier are, but that wasn't the point I was trying to make. If we do another campaign, Charlie can't be rolling in at like level 21, being like, "What's up, bitches? Let me just carry you all for like the first year and a half."
I
It's
might
like
play another
Pikachu
character.
at the start of every new zone.
Yeah.
Suddenly Pikachu's getting bodied by like
Yeah.
a starter Pokemon. So stupid.
Let's try this.
That's
The
how it has to be.
Dompier race. See what they got to say. Society. Adventurers,
Charlie just, like,
names.
Out hunting. And teaching some classes when he's in town.
Not immortal.
Okay.
Dompiers are. Trust me, that's not necessarily bad news. Dompiers are long-lived thanks to their vampire heritage. They reach adulthood at the same rate as a human, but can live for several hundred years after that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you're just gonna be like old man Charlie for like
He's-
the next 300
Who looks
years.
the same all
He's
the time.
already, like... At this point, he's... Max's age.
That's true. Actually, yeah, you would be about
Max is
75?
Older than you.
Yeah. Weren't you?
I would
the
say
beginning of that.
you look what? You probably look in your 30s.
Oh no, wait, but you were around
Late 20s.
for. I remember.
I don't draw it consistently.
I remember Charlie was supposed to be the youngest one in that group, but he was secretly the oldest.
Were you a vampire in the first campaign? Or Dompier? Yeah, I guess you would have been.
No, he was a... Like in the
Yeah.
starter, it was a...
I mean, you were human, but...
Yeah. I was a human, and then I turned into a
Okay.
Dompier.
Okay.
Or was
That's
it
technically
that
not
he
how
found out
Dompiers
he was
work.
a
That's not
Dompier?
how
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah, he didn't know that he was
Yeah.
a Dompier. That's what it was.
How old do you want him to be right now? I usually like to go with round numbers, be like, he's a century old, but that's up to you.
I would say like 80.
80. Okay. Mark that down real quick. And then do me a favor.
Just Jay chilling with these kids.
I need 2d20.
Jay chillin', I like that. You
Gather
used that.
2d10s
Okay.
and a 1d100, the percentage dice. Because I don't have mine. It's in the car. I
Is
don't
this
feel
how
like
long
getting
you're
it.
gonna live?
Yes.
Better roll.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Life check.
What should be 1 and 0?
2 10s.
So, all together. Wait. What color are the 10s?
The 10s are pink and black.
The pink is going to be the hundreds.
Okay.
Hundreds, and then 10s, and then 1s.
The 10s are blue and black.
That pink one's so sparkly.
I know, I love it.
This is a 10.
This isn't a 10.
Yeah, it's a 10, isn't it?
They're all 10.
It's a 10. But one is the percentage, it has the... So.
Okay, look.
Holy shit.
Holy shit!
So you're going to live to be 949 years old. Congratulations.
Wow.
Unless you
Unless
die before.
something
Unless,
bad
yeah.
happened.
Unless
That's
something-
your natural, quote unquote, unnatural lifespan.
I would say once you get to about 75% of that, then old age starts to hit you. Like,
I'm gonna
you're
be
starting to get
hot
hobbled and shit.
for 900 years.
Yeah. For at least... 750
years.
years, give or take, yeah. Because you're about gonna be a fucking millennium old. Well, there you go.
Nice.
That worked out quite well.
Damn.
Thank
That's super
you,
cool.
9.
Yeah, that was a very good roll.
Yeah.
It was
For
probably
age.
one of the best rolls you could make.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah. So, there we go. That's how long Charlie's gonna live.
Damn.
Nice.
We'll just be like a faded memory.
But unfading
Unfading.
memory.
Yeah.
3, right?
What? Yes.
3
Okay.
kids.
Sorcerer.
Yes.
One's gonna be a warlock.
Okay.
Sorry. And then the last one is whatever. Actually, those two are whatever. Sorcerer and whatever.
Probably a cleric or paladin.
Aww.
A little baby paladin. That'd be cute.
He comes out
He's in tiny little
He
armor.
comes out in full plate.
Yeah.
Well.
With a tiny shield.
Well.
Sound of Howl's armor
Yeah.
when he walks.
I don't even know what that is, but it sounds so badass.
It's basically a metal construct.
What
It's
is
gonna
it?
be like your own Pinocchio.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like that dude from Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna be fucking dope.
What are their names?
I might have to do some recalibrating based on this information,
Sorry.
but yeah. The Warforged is probably going to be called Pseudo, S-U-D-O, and then the other two.
Doesn't have to be a warlock. Let's put it that way. Do whatever you want.
Okay.
But that stays.
No, that's fair. I think that it would be interesting if they were a cleric, but also had this to deal
I
with.
like that. Yes.
So I'm probably gonna go cleric for that
Nice.
kid.
Cleric, sorcerer,
Cleric for that kid.
paladin.
That kid.
A warforged paladin would be dope as hell.
Yeah.
Probably gonna be a paladin.
That's sweet.
What is this kid? Is it like Rosemary's Baby or something like that?
I don't
Evil?
know. I don't think so.
Hmm.
Evil?
Cade's probably like the least evil warlock you could find.
It's true.
Soft boy.
Softest boy.
Softest boy.
No, it's not like Rosemary's Baby. Something happened. You don't exactly know what, and your patron doesn't know either because
It's someone else.
it's some other eldritch god that's with this
Okay.
child.
Cool.
I'm glad I found another alphabet.
Yeah, me too. I was like, I can't read
Because it
this.
says something.
Oh shit.
I love you, mommy.
Oh, I should have put that. Damn it.
Wait, okay. Trying to figure what that would be.
You won't be able to figure it out, will you?
I
It's
need
gonna be really hard.
one letter.
Yeah. not
Do
right
they
now.
resemble the alphabet you know?
No. I think this is an L.
I'll
There's only one L.
something.
What?
There's only one L.
Oh, 2 L's. I'll. That would make that second one an I.
In theory.
I like puzzles.
I had a great time with all the puzzles, especially when I was in the hospital.
I'm glad.
It's either an A or an L. All.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll.
Because there's no
Be going
punctuation.
for
The other one did
puzzles.
have punctuation.
Yeah, this one does not.
I'll bring hell. No.
I'll bring. No, I'll. Bing. Windows
Bing
terrible
Crosby.
search engine.
We'll see.
Up. Oh, how's it going? Bing is a terrible
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So if we do another campaign, hopefully we will, sometime in the near future, I'm thinking with what some of you people have mentioned, or at least one person has mentioned, about a generation forward.
Okay.
Depending on the characters that you want to play as.
Mm-hmm.
Would you play as a baby?
Yeah.
Well, not as a.
Yeah.
Not as a baby.
I
know
am
the
3
baby.
years old. Like every roll's gonna be like
there's
one.
options.
That 3-year-old construct, he's like this big.
I'm rolling my temper tantrum.
Stronger than you.
So I would say, shit. How long do tieflings live?
They have a normal lifespan.
Oh, really? Oh, fair enough. I would say, yeah, throw it about a generation forward.
That brings up some good possibilities.
It does.
Yeah,
Very
for
much
sure.
I already have things in mind, so. That does leave what to do with you two. Once again, you're already level 20. And if you're gonna play with like a 4-year-old Warforged, like, something's gotta give.
Would you play as Hans?
I don't know.
We can do, I mean, for the most part, you're like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like, you just go down the line here.
That kid would be pretty cool mix.
That kid would be dope as shit. Are you
Oh,
kidding me?
shit.
Is she?
We need to know. You're gonna leave us hanging?
You don't have to tell us, but
And by the way, what you mentioned, yes, that's canon now, if you want. I approve of that wholeheartedly.
I need to know.
would it be a drow? He did spend a lot of time with those 2 drow heads.
He did.
Maybe
He did. Maybe he's got a thing.
got a thing for him.
Give it time, give it thought. Charlie, I don't know what to do with Charlie. I can just nerf you back down again.
He's like, oh, I've been living for 120 years and I lost all my powers. Oh, man.
You're gonna come babysit my kids.
Every like generation amount of years, Charlie just sees this bright light from the sky. This just big golden hand comes down and just touches you. It goes right through you, comes up, and you're just like,
Actually,
again?
given the right circumstances, we can bump you back down, and you can play as Charlie again. You would lose all your Witch Hunter powers.
So it would have to be a ranger?
Be whatever you want to be.
I could be whatever I want it to be?
You got really excited there. Why? What's
No,
going
just
on?
because like it would be cool to play a different class but have the character be...
I
You're
kind of
studying
like that
necromancy.
Charlie's just like this constant factor in the world.
I'd like to think Charlie keeps all those skills, but you've gone from fighter to ranger to blood hunter. So you like have all those skills, but you just don't use them anymore.
It's
Just
like,
fuck it.
finished.
Yeah.
It's like writing a book.
Don't
Mastering
they
the next
don't they
one.
have this mechanic for like going beyond level 20? Like just take another class from level 1. Not, but like just for this purposes of playing, like you're not gonna use the.
There
Blood
are
Hunter
mechanics after 20. Usually you get boons and shit like that.
Yeah.
Gods start bestowing gifts upon you.
Like, you're studying necromancy, that's in your epilogue.
Yeah.
Would you be a wizard?
You would have to be. You wouldn't be a sorcerer because your magic is not innate. You would be studying it, so you would be a wizard.
You want to be a sorcerer?
Sorcerers are good and bad at the same time. Wizards are much more flexible in terms of what they can do.
Wizards... I don't know if I could play a wizard. You've seen me play. There's a lot going on with a wizard.
It's not that bad. They don't have a lot of
Do you have
things to
vampires
their
with you?
class.
Yeah.
It's just the
Can I
spells.
see that, please?
Whoops.
I would
And
be...
It's
Thank you.
easy because if you play it one day and you're like, this spell sucks, you can just get rid of it.
You can
That's
switch.
true.
But then if you're like, shit, I need that spell, you don't have it. If you didn't prepare it.
Yeah.
Well, that's why there's like a million
It's the strategy
slots.
part to it. Just out of... I can make it work. Where the hell is it? Keep going.
I know what class I'd play. Alright, I have my next character.
What is it? You don't have to say.
But it might help
But I
with
wanna know.
team synergy.
Barb.
Barb.
You would be a dope-ass support character if that's what you're aiming at. Or if you're going to be like the College of War.
Barb.
Barb. Arian.
Oh, I thought you said Bard.
Bard.
You
really
would
good
be
in
really
support.
good at
You would.
Bard.
You'd be like the tactical mastermind.
Because you would know exactly what to do.
Yeah, when you actually do this to us, you would actually be able to do that to our characters.
Do this. Okay, fine.
think
Just
it's
handing
like,
me dice. Okay.
You know
thanks,
how
Daddy.
you like the name Chris, but you hated this kid in your class named Chris, and now you would never name your kid Chris?
Yeah.
That's me with a bard.
Be a different.
Be
College.
your own bard.
I just got so sad of the bard class.
Bring it back.
I like playing a bard.
Take it back.
My other characters
your
are
own.
bard law.
Think about it. Think about it.
Good.
Because
He's pretty good.
for all your play style, for the most part, is very similar to what a barbarian would do.
Yeah.
You were basically, although Charlie got the shit kicked out of him most of the time, you were the tank for the group. You were the one melee character. The question is, do you want to continue with that with a slight variation, or do you want to go off into something completely different? It's up to you. I don't care one way or the other, but
It'd be nice to have permanent uncanny dodge while raging. Remember that time where I could half the damage of one
That's all the
attack?
time.
Now I take half damage.
but you would get all the damage. That's the other thing.
All the half damage.
Yeah.
You would get
up
uncanny
in that
dodge,
shit.
but you wouldn't get evasion. Your
Fancy footwork.
your AC would be lower
Yeah.
than what it was, at least in the start.
Yeah, at the start.
Would we be starting from level 1, do you think?
Probably.
Pumping decks.
We talked about we'd ramp up probably fairly quickly again, but especially if we don't meet every week.
Yeah.
We would have
Yeah,
to ramp
that's
up really
true.
fast. If you wanted to be a sorcerer, for sake of flavor text, I think the only one that I would at least initially think about allowing you to be is a shadow sorcerer.
Can I look at it?
I was thinking about playing a sorcerer, but I'm probably going to end up playing a cleric. Because I'm interested in this character.
Clerics are fucking dope.
Yeah.
I really like the cleric class.
Yeah, clerics are cool.
Paladins are sweet.
Oh, these are names.
The only one
you know
kind of
any
class
decks?
I'm not a fan of. I don't like the new fighter archetypes that much. Samurai and cavalier and stuff, or whatever. War wizard is busted.
Samurai's pretty cool.
It's
got some cool skills, but like how
it plays to a very specific play style.
Yeah, it's so
that's
hard
the
to
thing.
RP too.
Yeah.
But no, think about it. Think about what you guys want to do. We got time.
I need to crack this code.
I don't doubt that you will. You probably won't be happy when you do, but
Shit.
Wouldn't be a fighter, wouldn't be magic, so sorcerer, wizard,
warlock. I could
Wouldn't be a paladin or a cleric.
I could see you as a
Will?
monk. It would kind of fit in with with just your characters as well, just a little
What's
bit.
this missing
depending
word?
on how you RP. And they have Kensei now too, so it's not just barehanded. Like you can get weapons.
Yeah, but I like barehanded.
I know, barehanded. They're fucking flurry of fists or whatever. Just Rex face, huh?
How did you?
Do you say how'd you do?
How did you?
Oh God.
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, shit.
Huh?
That looks pretty good.
What did you just say?
I was cracking the code. All shit.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, we'll die.
Oh. What's the Latin word for egg?
Ovum?
No.
Damn it.
I'll tell you what though.
No.
If we can decide a kind of the time skip, like how far ahead we wouldn't want to go,
Yeah.
I can then give you a rough outline of what has happened since then, and then you can kind of pick, because it will, depending on what class you are, how you are perceived in the world will be very, very different.
Got it.
Shadow Walk at 14th level. You can step from one shadow. It's Misty Step, but 120 feet.
It's the monk. Monks can do that too.
But it's not like you can use this once per day. It's just as a bonus action.
I think the shadow monks could do that. One specific archetype could.
That's
Zipper could do that.
Dope. This is the shadow magic sorcerer.
That's that's dope. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
How far ahead did we skip this time?
You skipped about. How
40
old is
years?
Hans?
Max?
No, Hans.
Hans was 20.
22, right?
No, he's 23.
I would say probably no more than 30 years. Between 25 and 30.
Okay.
Makes about that.
25 probably works with my timeline.
That works. Say 25 years.
25 works. I can have something around that age. It would be a kid of Hans. There's just no way that kid would be a bard. I'm sorry.
That's fair enough.
No, that's
would it be a
true.
barbarian though? That's the other question.
I don't know. He's pretty barbaric.
You know that person who finds that house?
Yeah. I think I see where you're going with this. Okay.
Damn,
that's fair.
I have so many questions.
Roleplay's going to be really interesting. It's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, would they get along?
How would I...
How would you juggle?
Racial traits.
I would have to look at them. My initial response is a little bit of half and half. Depending on what gender as well, actually.
Ah.
Because it does make a difference for what you want. Big time. If you go one way, it's going to shift more towards one thing. If you go the other way, it's going to shift way more towards the other. So that's going to be up to you and what you want.
Who is she?
That's up to Alex.
Damn.
Not yet.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
it's fine.
I thought
I haven't played my full hand either, so I can't really.
We all know it's just egg babies. It's all good.
I need to look into some stuff.
We'll keep in touch.
That's fair.
We'll keep
That's
in
fair.
touch. We'll work this out. I really like it. I think it's going to be interesting.
I think barbarian will work, and it's another class that can shout Von Panzer while still making sense.
Now here's the other question. What archetype?
I need to see the...
Zealot. Sorry. It's done. Oh. Ooh. Ancestral Guardian. There could be a lot of flavor options with that one.
Sounds so cool.
We're talking about the Von Panzer lineage and an Ancestral Guardian.
It'd be pretty cool because I could play support.
If you could get a mix of the two, I think it would, like...
Which one would
I
you be?
think that would be the bear,
Cleric.
Cleric?
the
Originals
totem.
don't play sorcerer,
Oh, really?
but
For the
I
support?
might change based on this.
yeah.
Totem one would be best of both worlds. Storm Herald doesn't make sense.
Nah. I can see Totem. No, I could actually definitely see Totem. Totem, Ancestral Guardian. Berserker, not so much.
Then I have
This is
weird
how
warlock
it-
shit, and you get to play another class, a different class.
Zealot
This is scary though.
Possible?
coming from that maternal background.
Just try not to go too murder hobo on it, but yeah, that would actually make sense too. Actually, they could work with that.
It'd be cool, like, 'cause kind of like Cade doesn't really worship. It's like a pact, made a pact, but like benefits from the relationship power-wise, but doesn't identify with.
They're like
the old
roomies
god.
in his mind.
Sorry?
They're patrons, like roomies in your mind.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, how's it going? That was a nice day today.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Can I have some Eldritch Blast magic? Yeah, no problem.
I bet if you post that on the internet, someone will be able to figure it out. And
Instantly.
yeah,
No, I need to
Okay.
own it.
Good on you. And then we'll
I
figure
cracked all
out
the other codes by myself.
Charlie's.
I don't know what kind of cleric I'd play. Probably not Forge Cleric.
barbarian, a cleric, and a sorcerer. Is that a good?
It doesn't matter. We can make it work.
You guys went full DPS last time and it worked out fairly well, so.
Did we go full DPS?
You had a warlock, you had a ranger, and you had a rogue. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had like some control spells, but mostly it was
You
just
guys
like,
had no healing.
Yeah.
Basically,
we were all
Damn.
playing tank.
You're
Charlie, as a Storm Herald barbarian, you go full tundra. Cool.
Wait, you could learn from the giants.
If you wish to be barbarian, you could do that.
That would be super cool.
That would make
Sorry,
a hell
I
of a
just
lot
got
of
really
sense.
excited.
It's up to you guys, but like, there's so many options for how you want to go about doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to research.
Each creature
Yeah.
of your choice in your aura gains 2 temporary hit points as icy spears inure to suffering.
I just become like a snowman. Charlie Snowman.
Gain resistance to cold
Charlie
damage.
just keeps
So
getting beefier as the years go by.
Moreover,
Shows
as an
how
literally-
good
action,
hey guys.
as an action, you can touch water and it turns into a 5-foot cube of ice.
He's a snowman.
Yeah.
Dope.
Could be cool. There's places you can go, story-wise.
Snow starved. So snowy.
Blood on the snow.
You just turn to
Oh yeah.
you turn to the Yeti.
Yeah. Just a hairy grizzly.
It's like, Charlie doesn't even wear clothes anymore. It's all just hair.
Yeah. No, he can't even grow a mustache. There's no way.
That's
Well,
true.
maybe the amount of like meat that he eats and the blood raises his testosterone enough that he's able to do it.
Charlie with a mustache.
Say 25 years?
25 years.
25 or 30? Which one?
I can make either work.
Let's go 30. Let's go 30, because that was pretty much the last time. 30 years
Can we also
plus.
is it within the
Lore that little forest,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like a patch of trees, but if you actually make it to the house, it'd be a little bigger than just a little patch of trees.
It's like a TARDIS, if that's what you're asking.
What's that?
Bigger on the inside.
Yeah.
Doctor Who.
That's
Malfier's the one that did the work. He knows
Be
his
like
shit.
Oh,
a
he
couple
made it.
acres.
Yeah.
He didn't just discover it. I thought Hans was just
No,
like,
basically
discovered
these
the
two
place.
get together.
Hans hired Malfier to cast a magical shroud
That's
around the
really
area
cool.
so people can't find
He
it.
had the money, and Malfier wiped his memory afterwards, so he doesn't remember it. Don't bother asking him. But yeah, no, that's your thing. So
Cool.
if you were able to, because honestly, the copse of trees itself is probably about the size of this room.
I like how
It's
it requires a tribute.
It does require a
Damn.
tree. I
I
didn't
know
say.
what
I
it
didn't
is.
say.
I think I know what it
kiss.
is, though. It's not a kiss.
What do you think
It's
it
a
is?
decapitated head.
No, it's not a decapitated head.
Ah, come on, that kind of would have made sense.
It's
If
a
you
dagger.
I wasn't intending it to be, but I was actually thinking more along the lines of like money-wise, other things like that. But if you want a decapitated head,
donation.
A head, a cool dagger, just lots of money,
we can
Okay,
make
I'll
it.
tell you guys.
a ring.
We can
Now it
make
makes more sense.
Actually, we could make it a head, but it's up to you.
See what I
It
was.
depends who you want to
thinking-
be able to come and visit you.
What I was thinking was, so the chick, Hans's paramour, she's a drow.
Oh,
I guess
But-
yes.
She's like against the system. She's a drow hunter.
oh, okay.
So I would have figured she would have found that patch, and she had a head on her,
Um,
and it allowed her to get through the final step.
Okay.
And I was thinking if she's like an outcast to the Drow society, she could be a barbarian class. And that's how the kid could be a barbarian too.
Male or female, though? That's the question.
I don't know if I could play a female character too well. But
Ma-
it'd be really cool to have a female barbarian. I was thinking... I
I
might
think
not
you
go...
could play a female
I'm
character.
gonna draw a female barbarian.
Don't think
We'll
I'd go
just
for a
give- we'll
min-max
just give
build.
him
For
a
some reason I'm
gender
thinking
potion,
double axes would be super cool.
Yeah.
A
If
hot half-elf, half-drow barbarian
And so I was
chick?
thinking...
Excuse
Okay.
me,
Because
yes?
Drow technically can't be in the sun.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
like really can't play a Drow character in a non-Underdark kind of setting. But maybe Hans's skin took away some Drow powers, but she can be out in the sun.
if it's male, it's definitely going to be more human. If it's female, it's definitely going to take more after the Drow. And the racial abilities, there still might be a little bit of sun sensitivity there. I'll have to figure that out. If it's female. Because it's going to definitely look more Drowish than if it was a male. Male
She can
definitely
do
looks
that.
more like you.
A little amulet or something. Radiant protection. No problem. I can give her one of mine. Here's your new baby. Oh, here's a... What do they call it? Birth party?
Baby
Baby
shower?
Baby shower.
Good God.
Birth party!
That is something
Actually, that
right
makes
out
sense,
of
though.
Charlie Bloodstar's mouth.
I'm here for
Happy
the
birth party!
What did they call it?
Birthday party.
Birth party?
That is so Charlie.
Charlie like comes down from his castle. He's like, "I'm here for the birth party."
As
Here's the
she's giving
present.
birth. This is the party, isn't it? This is the birth party.
Like, walks in naked, just hair everywhere. Snow
Put
starts
on
dripping
some
off.
clothes, Charlie. Jesus Christ.
Alright, cool. So 30 years plus.
25.
28.
No, I mean, like, it's 30 years in the future.
Okay.
You
I
get
read
5
the
years
plus
to
is
get
like,
to know each other.
it's basically, from now, we're going to start off 30 years.
I wonder... They'd probably be acquainted.
Probably.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
This wouldn't be like the beginning of the Charm Squad where he just showed up.
No.
But
They
there would
probably all
be some
know each other.
hesitation to, like, be like, oh, are we really just going to follow in our dad's footsteps? Come on, guys, we got to branch off, maybe. There might be some angst.
Everyone knows each other through their
You gotta
parents or
figure
just...
out the alignment.
Figure out the dynamic.
Charlie's like a quasi-godfather to everyone, so...
Yeah.
You're all acquainted. Let's put it that way. There's no strange.
That's good,
But I roll enough nat ones that no one's going to, like,
Here,
take
let
me
me
too seriously.
let me help
It's
you
all
deliver
right.
the baby. Now, pushing it back in. It's not ready yet.
Oh, can I hold her?
Just holding
Charlie.
it in.
It's a
Charlie.
hairy chest. Just
It's a
disgusting.
cushion.
Charlie's the one who cracks the egg.
I'd stumble into the room.
Yeah. You're too strong, Charlie.
Idiot! yeah, no.
Kate's putting it back.
No. Oz is like frantically casting Forge Magic to like refix the cracks.
It's fine.
The worst god.
I could just see like Charlie walking and it's like, "Hey guys, I'm making some birth party omelets. Like you."
That's
So you just
so insensitive, Charlie!
There was
you
this
just hear like
giant-
a baby crying. And
Hey,
it's
there was
like,
this
oh,
giant egg here.
Just a minute ago.
Yeah.
Cracked it open.
Eating omelets. What else do you eat at a birth party?
Oh my god.
You're eating eggs. Cade walks in and sees the cracked shell, and he's like, "Oh my god!" And then Charlie has sat the baby in the chair.
He's cooking eggs with the baby in
Cade
it.
notices it. Cade, you missed it. He's right here.
Oh my god.
so you guys do know each other. That would work well.
Would you be Charlie?
Yeah, possibly. I'm not 100% sure about it yet, though.
That's fine.
But
Let me
it's
know.
a strong
Like I said,
possibility.
keep contact. Just let me know what you want.
Would Cade ask for help with finding the key?
Probably.
There's gonna be some intermediate stuff like that. I figured like we can do some just short email things
Okay, cool.
until everything gets set up and we can
Sounds
start
good.
rolling. So like that, the mummy's tomb, things like that can just be like short little email blurbs, like roll something, do this or whatever.
Cool. Yeah,
So,
sounds good. Yeah, Cade
something
would
to
probably
keep busy.
freak out about that.
Yeah.
I'll probably keep sending. Oh crap! I'll probably keep sending out little
stories.
stories.
I love the stories.
That's
I
why
love
I
your
kept trying
playlist,
to-
by the way. I
Oh, I
literally
missed
have
it.
had the one that you made for Cade on repeat.
Oh, cool.
I like every song that you picked. It's so good.
If you didn't have booty work on there, I'm gonna be upset.
I don't have.
It's a very good playlist despite that.
I've been listening to them too. I'm glad.
It's really good. It's like no one's made me a mixtape since elementary school.
I haven't made a mixtape in so long. I used to love doing it.
It's
so
super
it was
good.
fun.
I started to hope people a track list. They're like, holy shit, your friend has dope taste. This playlist is rad as hell. I was like, I know, right?
Oh,
That's
I need to
cool.
learn some roll d20s.
Druid.
For
What we're gonna have to do is roll d20.
Roll 20, yeah.
cleric, I was thinking druid.
Cleric.
I was thinking druid.
Which
Why
one?
are you studying necromancy?
You'd be a death druid.
Yeah.
There's a circle of the grave or some shit like that.
I think I made that up.
No, there is something
There's a
like
circle of spores.
that. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Druid.
Circle of
I think
spores?
a druid would be pretty
Or
cool.
maybe that's a homebrew.
That's a homebrew. Hold
It
on.
would make sense. You were also curious about the druids. You're like, gotta learn about this shit
Yeah.
in your story.
If you don't have Charlie... Would Charlie have like a ward or something?
No, it's the cleric that's the cleric of the grave.
Oh man,
That's what
it'd
that
be
is.
really cool to like bring in the crew in the special battle like the last one we had.
Yeah.
Parents show up.
They
Support daddies.
teleport in.
Support daddies.
Yeah.
All supercharged.
Yeah.
Like literally double the size of their kids for no reason.
I think this kid would be taller than Cade.
Oh yeah, because Oz is quite
Very tall.
taller. What would they... I want to write their 25th anniversary.
I
party.
want you to write it.
I wanted to write it this week, I just didn't have time.
No, that's okay.
Realistically, like what time, when
Could we get? Sorry. Keep going.
ahead.
like September, do you think people would be able to...
Yeah, I should hopefully be functional
That would
by
be
then.
the earliest I could do it. Would be September.
Okay.
I'll have to play it by ear. My surgery's on the 20th or 22nd of August,
Okay.
so they said it could be like a month. I don't know if I'll have Wi-Fi, so that'll affect if I can really do much beyond emailing while I'm in the hospital.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And I will have to learn roll 20, roll d20, whatever.
Roll
it's called.
20.
Roll 20.
It would be nice if we had a way that we could do like video chat as well, because I play on Discord with my other group, but there's no video, so sometimes there's like a big like disconnect between.
Discord not a video?
I don't think so.
We can find video.
Can't we just group Skype?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that could work.
There's video.
Whoever's like talking, their
Okay, video is
video will get
shown.
bigger. Yeah.
Okay, that probably would work.
Pretty good.
Because like I do find there's a big disconnect between the people that I play with on Discord. There's less of a like team dynamic. A, because
That
I
must
don't know
have been
them
hard
that
in the
well.
beginning. You're like, I don't know whose voice this is. Which character is this?
Yeah, and they weren't my friends, so I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know these people, and I don't know these characters, and I'm super confused. That's why I started playing a warlock, because I was like, I don't also want to be confused about what I am doing,
Right.
but it's fine now.
That makes sense. Yeah. And then we'll play it by ear come September.
I'm excited.
Would they all be tieflings?
I like drawing tieflings, so probably.
Warforged Tiefling.
Yeah.
It's cute.
I think
Little baby
clockwork, like.
tieflings, so cute.
I won't end up playing that character, but
That's fine. That works. The two that you don't play, just let me know which ones they are.
alright, I'll tell you.
That'd be interesting.
I wanted to make it'd be interesting to go from like being a character that had no connections in the world to being a character that has like a lot of connections in the world. So
Where are you living?
probably the Underdark. Cade doesn't like have
Crystal
family.
City?
I think so.
That'd be-
That makes the most sense.
Okay.
Because, like, Oz has an adopted family, so to ask him to relocate would be like,
That makes
why?
sense. Fair enough. And that's going to be where you're... I just said the Underdark, but I'm assuming Crystal City for your
Yeah.
shop. That makes sense. Okay.
Was Oz adopted?
By dwarves.
Yep.
Makes sense.
First by mushrooms.
You're where you are. You're where you are.
Would
Oh,
you
that's
be opposed to us having, like, one artifact, so to speak?
I have that already thought out.
Okay.
You'll see.
I'm so
What?
stoked.
Artifact in terms of what? Like, give me a...
Well, because, like, at the beginning of this campaign, I really wanted Hans to have Dragon Plate.
Yeah, I don't think you ever actually got that, did you?
Yeah, I didn't.
But Al drew him with the dragon plate, didn't you?
Did I?
No, I never
No,
got it.
I didn't.
Okay.
So, like, it'd
didn't
be
work out.
nerfed. You know how in WoW they made that, like, legacy armor?
Mm.
So it levels with you? It's, like, slightly better than normal armor at that level. It's the equivalent of, like, a blue.
I would probably allow each of you one heirloom, but I would also have to work
Oh, yeah,
on
that's
the
what it's called,
stats.
the heirloom weapons and stuff.
Because there's no way on God's green earth I'm giving you guys magical weapons at level 1.
Belt of
It wouldn't-
strength, man.
You
I don't
guys
mean-
got pumped.
I don't
with
mean the
magical
artifact like
items.
that, but, like, I don't know, a trinket or something. Something not too game-breaking.
I want something, like, flavorful.
That could be used RP-wise, too.
I was thinking if anything is going to be a flavor heirloom, something maybe for like an ability check or something like that.
That'd be
Probably
cool.
would make more sense at least to
Would it
start
level
with.
up as we got stronger, too?
Possibly. We'll have to see
Okay.
how that works.
'Cause I thought that'd be a really cool game mechanic.
I'm not opposed to that, but I'm definitely gonna have to think about what that would be. You just have shit like. I don't mean shit isn't bad shit, but like you just have shit like you
I
have a lot of stuff.
shit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Damn.
so that's. Don't worry, that's gonna be nerfed.
Things break.
Oh, things break.
Yeah.
Things break.
Things get lost. Roll a couple nat ones.
Things get stolen.
Zombie takes over
Yeah.
your blood bottling company in a hostile takeover, a merger.
What? No, just do like a
He
spin-off
could
project.
actually. He's
Spin-off
richer
product.
than you in that regard.
Yeah, but we.
I'm joking. I'm
Made
joking.
him-
We
You're like,
made
we
John.
made-
don't touch my money, Zombie.
Yeah.
No, 30 years. That's enough time for a lot to happen. Considering you
I can get Men
changed
in
the course
Black.
of the world like 5 times in the course of like a year and a half. So
I'm gonna be playing a drow hottie.
I can't wait to have a crush on your character.
With two axes, it's gonna be cool.
Like, what kind of axe is like the?
I'm almost thinking like a Forsworn kind of axe. Like she would have got it from her mom. It would have been like
they would be more elegant if it's from the Drow.
okay,
But
still like pretty exotic looking.
because when you said Force Skyrim, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like the wooden, like they're like almost barbarian
Yeah.
axes. If she has those, it's not going to be inherited. It's going to be made by her mom.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the thing.
I'm excited.
Mom's a badass. Mama Drow.
Mom and dad a badass.
True.
Because Kyle asked the question, he was like, would Hans settle down with someone? And I was like, they'd have to like the same things he did. But then I was like, it'd be really cool if they were a drow. And they'd have to be like a priestess hunter.
So I love that, like, candlelit dinner's like, I love decapitations too. So much in common.
Yeah, I don't even know how they
dream
meet, but
about.
like,
She would stumble upon it, honestly.
Drow head, like instead of a boombox.
For a drow coming to
Someone
the
cast
surface,
prestidigitation.
my guess would be she's on the
What's all
run
over
from
the
something.
okay.
Do,
She
do,
walks
do,
through
do,
and
do,
she's
do.
like,
Spooky
I can
shit.
see you up there, and Hans is just like, what are you doing on my property? She turns around, and it's one of those.
You
like,
need to write this.
It's one of those moments, and he sees the heads.
Well,
Hans
no.
von Panzer.
My love.
That's yours.
He
Will you
offers
marry
his
me? Will you marry me?
left ring fingerless
Will you marry
hand.
me?
My signet ring.
Do you like my goth ass ring?
Yeah.
Cool.
Can I see?
Yes.
It's cool.
It's really cool.
Thanks.
Is it heavy?
No.
Hold on.
It
I want to be married
shrinks.
for a second.
Oh, that's dope.
My finger's really big. Sorry.
Fingers
just-
are much bigger than mine.
Yeah.
Can I try it on?
Yeah. If you want to see how big my finger is.
Why would you apologize for your my finger's
We
big?
just-
Sorry,
we just
my
got-
wedding band
we
doesn't
just
fit
got-
your finger.
We
I'm
got
jealous of
temporary
your
rings.
alpha finger size.
Yeah, I wish I had big fingers. The fuck?
We just got temp rings because my hand size might change
This
after
is Hans.
surgery. So
Oh,
Good
yeah.
idea.
When she turns around.
Yep, wait for it. Han's just like hanging from a tree, like a dagger in his mouth.
I need you to write this.
Okay, I will.
Give me that
Yes.
YA.
Young
She would
adult
be on the
fiction.
run.
Yeah.
But she's safe.
Oh, we
Yeah.
found she found safe haven.
Which-
With a daddy.
I'm imagining
Oh,
like
shit.
she stumbles in, like smears blood on a tree, sets a head down on a stump, and then it's like, oh.
My brain is writing fic right now.
Do it. Yes.
But I'm not gonna write it. I'm gonna wait for you to write it.
Write it in secret and send it out.
No, I can't. It's too racy.
Yeah, it is. God damn.
Damn.
It's really cute that Oz would have forged that Warforge, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would have used your magics together.
Mm-hmm.
That's really
Now I'm
cute.
imagining freaking Ghost when they're having the pottery.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Probably.
That's totally.
That's canon.
Instead of just like a pot, they're making a warforged egg baby.
This sucker is going in the ocean tonight.
Do it.
Oh jeez, we're throwing.
This
dice
was
in
my
the ocean?
worst dice, and it was cursed.
I'm buying a new D20 for sure. This
Yeah.
guy's going in the ocean.
I guess I have to choose one to throw in the ocean.
17. That's pretty good.
Which of these fuck me?
6, 5, 11, 6.
I just rolled 17, 3,
7.
17, 3.
4, 12.
The fuck?
A broken 10 once. 5.
Oh.
Nat 20. On the 8th one.
Okay, this dice is really bad. That's
That
4
dice
13s
sucks.
in a row.
That dice, I've seen. I
Yeah.
honestly can't count how many times I've seen
Just
that
throw
dice
all the bad
screw
juju
you.
die in a glass bottle and then just throw it in the ocean.
Job throwing the letter into the ocean. Just
Someone's gonna,
bounces right back in my face.
Like,
Can't
pick
see
up that bottle like 5 years from now, like Mauritius or Sri Lanka or something. Like, the fuck?
What?
I've been waiting.
Who are these people?
They open it and then that genie dude comes out.
Yeah, and then he gives him
He
some
monkey paws him.
He monkey paws him.
Oh man, that was so great.
I love how that's a verb now.
Okay, that rolled a
Yeah.
crit.
We got monkey pod.
You got monkey pod.
Don't throw the pride one out.
Of course not. I don't know which one to throw
Spells
out.
that you had.
None of them like actually killed me.
You don't have to throw one into the
Diamonds,
ocean.
mage hand, yeah.
But- It would be
The
cool.
symbolism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might have had a lot of magic weapons, but I don't think we ever felt overpowered. I think it was good, like an RPG game. We found the next thing.
Yeah.
Your damage was above normal. Hence
But-
1,000 HP.
But we were fighting things that were nearly killing us all the time.
Which is why, like, so I said DPS, your strategy was kill them before it kills us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you did that very, very well.
The thing is, if battles go on too long, then we're in trouble.
Yes, that is very true.
Best
So-
Or if I get
defense-
pinned down, then I'm fucked.
Yeah, I felt like
best defense is a good offense.
if we had one round where a monster did decent damage to us, we were always like, holy shit,
That
we're
is true.
about to die.
That is
Yeah.
true.
That statue with the 6
Yeah.
arms and the tail, I was like, I'm seeing my life flash before my eyes here.
Those things Yeah, ones that can meet you with the DPS output definitely.
We
get you
also
something.
did always punch up.
What?
We always did punch up. Like, we were like, oh, that dragon? Yeah,
We
let's do
punched
that.
up, never down.
Yeah,
I pride ourselves on that.
That's true.
that's it. Roll it.
You gotta roll it on yours.
You should have good dice.
11.
Like
I
you.
do have good dice.
You do have good dice.
No, this is rolling good. Roll 5. The other one's really high.
I'll just be happy I can order dice with $0 shipping in the States.
Right? Just go to your local game store and
That's
fucking
only in
buy
the
'em.
States.
Yeah.
It's not available in Canada. I hate
There's
the amount of
Canadian companies.
You go to your local
shipping.
game store.
Because those exist in a foreign land.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
So
not here.
stoked for that.
Yeah, that's where I got some
Game
cool
Goat.
dice. There's a
That's the store.
there's a
St. Charles.
there's a
Right.
store in Victoria that on the first floor is a metal record shop, and on the second floor is a game shop. They sell
Dope.
dice and like Warhammer shit.
Nice.
That's where I want to get a job. But
None of my dice roll badly.
Well, they're pretty reliable D20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always like Eldritch Splash, 25, 26, 30.
Lowest
Yeah,
roll is
those
Charlie's a
24.
little bit salty because half the time, sharpshooter, net 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had the worst rolls on average out of anybody here, which was fantastic, quite frankly, because
From a role playing perspective.
it's all Charlie.
Yeah.
I love it.
I remember back in the early times, you're like, "Hey Hans, watch this," and then you just fuck up. Something fierce.
I remember that.
You're like, "I'm gonna backflip off
Exactly.
this troll." And
I'm
just,
pretty
like,
sure that happened identically in both campaigns.
Yeah, I think it did.
That's what made him so lovable.
I'm waiting for the next one. I'll just be sad I won't be able to see the roll.
You're just like, hey, talking to that drow's like, "See your dad do this," and then you just like tumble down a hill, lose an arm.
I like the idea of Charlie just hanging out with these two kids. Like,
He doesn't have any friends. All his friends move on, so he's like, oh, okay, I'll hang out with these cool kids.
This is gonna be Charlie. Hello, fellow students.
Yeah. Hello, fellow
Was that not him at
adventurers.
the beginning of this adventure?
It is him now.
It'll work.
It'll be fine. Charlie's just like,
Okay. If you
Okay.
guys think it's cool. then-
yeah, I think it's cool.
Would we go to a new...
That's what I was
continent?
thinking as well. Will we stay here,
It's up
or
to you guys.
I kind of want to explore new terrain because like part of the thing that I really liked about this campaign is like you made this world and then we're like finding new stuff out about it, and like if we're here, like even if stuff has changed, we kind of have like a base knowledge of the world.
Yay, world building. Okay.
If that's okay.
Fucking right, it's okay.
Okay.
Hell yes.
I kind of have a picture of, okay, so you know Kate is very like reserved and like cautious.
Yeah.
He's probably like the worst overprotective parent ever. So I picture his kids are just like,
Gonna be fine,
we gotta
Dad.
get out of here.
Yeah.
We're with Uncle
We'll
Charlie.
be back. It'll be
And
fine.
then, oh god.
He's just like,
Yeah.
Kate is
Would
just
you
like,
guys go back? I was even thinking like Phandalin could just be one city. We could go back to that continent, but it'd just be like Leafside, and then there'd be a whole entire thing.
wherever we go is fine.
Would we go north? Would we go south? There's nothing to the west, so just water.
No, to the north, it's gonna be wasteland. Just mountains and ice. To the east southeast was Phandalin. To the west, southwest would be something new.
I want to go for somewhere completely
We got good combat in the forest, in
Mhm.
the desert, in the Underdark.
new. Yeah.
I guess snow was a little underrepresented, unfortunately. Especially for Ranger Charlie.
We were like
That's
freezing
okay,
our asses off, so I'm okay with that.
That's
like,
okay, yeah.
It's probably gonna. I think I can do that. You give me enough time, and I'll probably make the
Otherwise,
map maybe 2 or
plane
3 times as big.
exploration.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like plane shifting, that'd be fun. Even like I'm very interested in doing like a new campaign. But even if it's like the 3 of us, if we do like an OG boys club plane shift, like level 20 one-off.
To the City of Brass, to the
Yeah,
Tomb
yeah.
of the Mummies.
Yeah. Just like occasionally like revisit the daddies, that would be cool too.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it'd be cool to go somewhere new with a new
We're
crew.
gonna go somewhere new with a new crew. That's gonna happen. It's gonna be big. I'll probably introduce the time thing again,
Time thing.
where it actually like days traveled and shit.
Oh, okay.
Because if it's not every week, it's gonna be a little bit easier for me to actually keep track of everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Because near the end, I'm just like, there's so many things.
Yeah, no,
Ah.
and it's fine. We kind of had to like work
We
through
did rush
stuff
a little bit.
quickly,
Now that I'm on,
but
I'll
we
be on a
were running out of
computer
time.
playing. I'm gonna take a lot better notes though. See.
But hey, you kept me honest. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I take a lot more notes for my online game.
I mean, I can do that too. The Roll20, like, your characters are all online saved. The notes are
yeah,
right
the
there.
character sheets are there.
I can create any kind of battle map I want. It's probably going to be grid. I think I don't have a choice in the matter on that one.
It's great,
Um,
but
They're
it's
like
got
the-
it's
That's
got a
alright.
built it's got
Honestly,
built-in
it's
rulers.
Fire
oh, does
Emblem.
it?
Yeah, so
Oh,
you
fuck,
can
we
like
can do
measure
that.
distances on thing and all
Because
that
I was
stuff.
talking to Boz, and I think, like, because you can have, like, the preset, like, snap tiles in place, but there's also just one where you can just draw your own shit.
Yeah, you can even draw on like the preset,
Which
maps
I
and
might
stuff.
do for them.
D20 free?
Roll 20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
20 is
20?
free, yeah.
Mhm.
I keep saying roll d20 because it makes sense to me, but
It's called Roll 20.
It's roll 20.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's really nice. It's one of those things where you got to kind of sit down for like an hour to just kind of learn everything and the interface and whatnot. I haven't done that.
Yeah, I
yet.
haven't actually like gone through the tutorial because I'm just a player, so I just
I
need
hate the tutorial because I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, I just need to go and like move my character, but yeah.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
It should be
too.
fun.
Do you know what kind of cleric you'd be?
I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided
Cleric
yet.
of the Grave.
Do you know if you'd be support or attack oriented?
Probably support.
Not
So-
to
No,
sway
that's
you.
fine.
Barbarian,
It'd
support.
just be really nice to have like holy aura
Possibly
spells
druid or
and stuff.
sorcerer.
No, yeah, it'd probably be
Shit.
support.
Either one, that's going to be dope because
Even
you're
just
not
guiding
solely
bolts?
support.
No.
God damn it, guiding bolts from level 1. Crit! Barbarians.
Keep your Hans clean on the next one.
Nat 1. That's just how we roll.